This is where the fun begins.
But we've seen this movie before.
What's Sam Pittman known for?
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Is the Arkansas athletic program cursed? But you never know what the loudest mouth in the fan base and his wild band of misfits are going to say.
I have a river of Kool-Aid for basketball.
It's time to step inside the Hawg Pen with your hosts, Razorback Zach and Marcus MC Carlton.
Let me talk to you.
See, this is what happens when I get free to touch the boards. What's up, everybody? Welcome into Inside the Hawg Pen on a beautiful Thursday evening here, at least here in Central Arkansas. 90 or almost 85 degrees here today. MC, I don't know how it is up there, but what's up, everybody? Welcome into another week. Got a lot to talk about, and I mean a lot to talk about. So I will dispense with the pleasantries and get right on into it. From the NEA Hawg Pen is my buddy, my co-host, my cohort, and glue. Professionally proven, by the way. That holds the whole damn thing together. Marcus MC Carlton. What's up, dude?
Hey, man. How's it going? I'm just going to throw the disclaimer out, man. I'm still a little salty about the basketball game today.
Hey, look.
Between losing to Ole Miss yet again and all these stupid psycho ex-girlfriend Kentucky fans, I mean, my God.
Okay.
So I'm just going to be a little salty. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Was not expecting that, but, you know, hey, don't feel bad. Coming up in the second segment, I'm opening the floodgates for me to get roasted. So we've promoted all week long.
This close, man. I was this close to nailing my prediction.
You were 5 seconds away, but I would also like to welcome back inside the Hawg Pen our illustrious executive producer from Central Arkansas, D-Mad. What's up, buddy?
What's up, guys? Hey, y'all see this?
Hey,
got the kicks.
There you go. They're a little small.
Yes.
They're a little small for you, though, aren't they?
A little small for me. But,
a little small, right?
Hey, man, those are vintage J's. I might try to cram my foot in those just to say I could wear them.
Look, no, I'm not even going to.
Hey, just FYI, this is the first time this is the first time all three of us have been in the Hawg Pen at the same time in like 2 months.
Yeah.
It feels got to get the band back. Got to get the band back together.
Hey, Zach, real quick.
Shut up, Dave.
Quit touching my board.
You had to do it, didn't you? You had to make fun of me.
Yeah.
You had to do it. Hey, look, everybody knows I don't know how to work the board, but let's jump right off into this and let me hit D-Mad hit his intro for School of Hog Hoops for me, will you? You're muted, MC. He's so excited.
I'm so damn excited. I forgot to unmute my mic. I have a river of Kool-Aid for basketball.
Yeah. All right. So I made a mistake. I jumped ahead because we got so much to talk about.
We do, man. We got a loaded show tonight.
I forgot to plug our second show tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. on 101.1 FM. The Answer. Make sure you guys tune in. I'm going to have Ethan Westerman of Hog Sports Network joins the show. And I'm going to talk to him about the state of the Arkansas women's program because, we're about to jump right off into that. If you've been living under a rock for the past week.
I think this may be the first time that we've ever let off the School of Hog Hoops with women's basketball.
Mike Neighbors. Now, the wording is Mike Neighbors resigned as head coach of the Arkansas women's basketball team.
Right.
I'm gonna go on a limb, and now I'm not trying to disrespect the guy, but the man burnt down the neighborhood.
Well, I think it was one of those deals of there was a conversation that probably took place, and it was one of those deals of, hey man, we're gonna make a change. Do you want this to go out publicly as you resigned or that you were fired? And I think he was given the option. And when you're given the option, you always, take the one that saves a little bit of face, saves a little bit of pride. So, and look, he tried. I don't think there's anybody that loved that program more than he did. I mean, he's homegrown. He's a Razorback guy.
He is. but at the same time, here's the and again, dudes, I've met him before. He's a good guy. He's a real kickback chill, because I met him at the Garth Brooks concert a couple years back.
Yeah.
He never recovered after Chelsea Dungy, Amber Ramirez left.
Yeah.
The upset loss in the NCAA tournament against Wright State kind of did him in. He just hasn't, for some reason, he hasn't recovered.
Yeah, that kind of broke all of the progress he'd made, because if you remember that season earlier in the year, they had beat Baylor and UConn, both in Fayetteville, and the Kim Mulkey was still at Baylor at the time. So they were a top 5 program. I mean, he had 2 wins against 2 top 5 teams, 2 of arguably the greatest women's coaches in the game in Kim Mulkey and Gino at UConn.
Yeah. But here's the thing. I mean, look, it may have been a down year for Arkansas, but to go from where you were to this is a little drastic.
Well, and they were, I mean, if you think about it, back in that same year we were talking about, when they were upset by Wright State, they were a 3 seed, meaning they were a top 15 team in the country at that point. And you had Chelsea Dungy was a baller, man. I mean, just an absolute baller. And
even Carolyn Williams. So Carolyn Williams gave us a little clarification. Razorback girl, great friend of the show, by the way. She says he was given the opportunity to step down. He deserved that.
Yeah, I'm good with that. I'm good with it.
But here's the thing, and here's my argument. They weren't going to fire him. Tell me I'm wrong. If you're not going to fire Pitt in year 5 after everything that's happened there, nothing tells me that they're going to fire Neighbor, that they would have fired Neighbor.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to go against that, considering, you know, the way things have been done lately and the way that Eurocheck seems to handle personnel decisions. That tells me that you may be right. But if they weren't going to fire him, you know, why would he step down on his own?
Well, I don't know, but I mean, a change was needed. The fan base had already turned.
Yeah, the program. I mean, like I said earlier, everything that he built in his time here, I believe he was here 8 seasons. Everything that he built up to the point where they were that number 3 seed and got upset. Since that point, man, it's just been steadily trending the wrong way.
Well, I just want to know one thing. Can we reinstate Izzy's last year? I want it back. I'm just saying she deserved better.
I mean, you see all these football players and stuff getting 7, 8, and 9 years. Can we not come up with some kind of excuse to get Izzy another year?
Who's the kid out at I think he's at Utah? Cam Rising?
Oh, Cam Rising, yeah.
Well, and if you won't even go that, if you don't want to go that route, God, he was a safety. I think he was a safety or a corner here. Kevin Richardson had like 7 years here.
Well, and look at the dude down at Auburn, the Chad Baker Mozella or whatever his name is. Man's turning 25 years old, and he's got another year of eligibility.
He's like my age now. But yeah. Okay, so I want to ask you this, MC. Okay. I did a little research this afternoon.
Yep.
In the midst of everything, because it's been a hell of a week. I got a couple of replacements ideas.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And I want to see if yours, because you did the same thing. You got your 3, we got my 3. So here's my 3, and I'm going to tell you why. Okay. First off, we're going to go to Grand Canyon University, Molly Miller.
Yep.
She's my age, dude.
Yeah.
She's 38 years old, 114 and 37 as a head coach overall. Yeah. She's this year's Western Athletic Conference Coach of the Year, and she's 29 and 2 this season.
Yeah. She's a heck of a coach. She's one of those that can win anywhere. I firmly believe that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Okay, next one, Elena Lovato out of the University of Texas. Not a head coach currently, but she is associate head coach. I'm trying to look at my notes here. I was writing down so fast that I can't read my own handwriting. 100. Now, when she was a head coach, she was 141 and 30.
Yeah.
She has an Arkansas tie.
Mm-hmm.
She was head coach at UA Fort Smith. She was 37 and 24 in 2 seasons there. Okay. And then finally, just going to keep MC in his seat here. Destiny Rogers.
Oh,
Arkansas
I
State.
know that name.
Arkansas State. Now I put her in there because I've seen her name thrown in the mix.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, after the season she had, she ain't going nowhere.
Now I don't think they're going to let her get out of Jonesboro.
No,
I think they're going to do.
Not after leading the program to their first.
I mean, yeah, she just made history.
Oh yeah.
So.
Oh yeah. But she is. If my notes are right, you might be able to correct me if I'm wrong. 55 and 56 at Arkansas State, but she's conference tourney champs this year.
Yeah, and
first time ever going to the women's NCAA tournament. So,
and the turnaround that she made with the team, you know, they were in pretty rough shape in December, right as conference play was getting started, dropped their first conference play. And then after that, I think the rest of the season, she went something like 17-4.
Yeah.
So they, you know, now you could make the argument, just to play devil's advocate here, you could play she's Stan Heath argument, you know, because Stan Heath had you know, a decent season, got into the NCAA tournament, caught fire at the right time. You could make that argument here. Now that said, I don't think Destiny Rogers wants to leave. I think she's here. If you watched that team play any in the Sun Belt tournament, man, those girls will crawl across fire, broken glass, whatever, on their bellies.
I don't usually watch the NCAA tournament, the women's tournament, but I may have to see this team because I haven't been able to watch them this year.
Man, they play so hard, and they play for her, and they're fun to watch, man. I had not watched them until the Sun Belt tournament. I'll be honest about it, and I started watching them in the Sun Belt tournament, and just how hard they play. You know, they're pretty. I feel like they're a pretty smart team. You know, and that obviously that comes from the coach. That plays a role in it to kind of guide them in the right way. But I don't see her leaving Arkansas State.
Let's go over here to the Camp Productions live fan feedback. By the way, speaking of Camp Productions, for those of you that are wondering, it's out. The final jump shot is out. I listened to it today at work. Holy cow. That was,
appreciate that.
That was, I should say, that was better work than what you do here, but I'm a little jealous. No, fantastic job, dude. If you
appreciate
guys
that, man.
Anywhere major podcast can be found, Cam Productions, CAHM Productions. It's final snapshot. Go check it out. Episode 1 is out now. Going over here, Carolyn Williams once again says they're going to fire him, but they didn't want to burn bridges with the players who are loyal to him. And she threw a name out. Diana Taurasi just retired.
Yeah, she long time WNBA great. I believe she played her college ball at UConn.
Right.
You know, now she doesn't have any coaching experience, but this is kind of following the model of South Carolina's coach Don
Staley.
Don Staley, thank you. Kind of following that model.
In a perfect world, that's who I would want.
I mean, that's the unicorn.
Well, if you remember, she and I'm not, again, I know very little, next to nothing about women's basketball, like nothing. This is just me talking as a fan. But if you want to think about it in the sense of comparisons, not that she can be compared to anybody,
right?
She could be this generation's version of Pat Summitt.
I mean, maybe. I mean, she's arguably one of the best coaches in the game right now.
Pat's legacy can't be touched. Period. I'm not taking anything away from Pat Summitt, but you could say she's consistent. Now she's gotten beat a couple times this year.
Well, but it's going to happen. I mean,
so, who are your three? I want to know this because you're more basketball inclined than I am.
Yeah, and I'm not going to sit here and pretend to be a huge women's basketball fan. I keep up with it from a distance. You know, I know a few names here and there, but after doing some research, I'll be honest, man, until Molly Miller's name came up, I wasn't familiar with her at all. But the more I looked at her resume and what she has done and where she has done it at, I'm like, okay, you know, she's young. And I've heard a lot of people say that we need to hire a female this time around. I don't really care on that. I don't care if it's a male or female. I just want somebody that's going to win. But after reading up on her, she moved to the top of my list pretty quickly.
Yes.
So she's my number one. My number two would be former Tennessee coach Kelly Harper. I've got some stats here on Kelly.
Kelly Harper. She's the one that followed Pat.
Yeah, she was at 10. Well, so there was another coach in between there because she was only at Tennessee from 2019 to 2024. So she was there 5 years and had what I would consider a decent record. But when you look at the standard that Tennessee Lady Vols basketball is known for, it did not meet the standard of Tennessee. So I understand why they fired her. But I mean, she's very experienced. She's my age. She's 47. She is 393 and 260 for her career. That's a 60% winning percentage.
Yeah.
When she has been 1, 2, 3-time coach of the year. She won the SoCon, the Missouri Valley, and coach of the year because before Tennessee, she was at Missouri State. Which is just, Springfield, just up the road from Fayetteville.
Maybe on something there, AMC.
And then, what's that?
Said you might be onto something there with this one. Ooh, that's going to be tough.
And then Kay Yao, coach of the year in 2019 in her first year at Tennessee. So, she's got a good pedigree as well. And then the last one, which, I kind of thought Molly Miller was unapproachable. But from everything I've read today, it's kind of all the gurus are saying that it's down to Arkansas and Arizona State. So we'll see what happens there. If Hunter has an opportunity to hire Molly Miller, hire her. Hire her yesterday.
Hire somebody with experience, Hunter.
That said, this last name I'm going to throw a curveball at you, but I think this would be a good, if you can't get your A+ hire, which I consider to be Molly Miller, I think Molly Miller is the A+. I think Kelly Harper would be a solid A. I think an A- hire could be Pauline Love. And if that name sounds familiar to anybody, it should for a couple reasons. One, she was an assistant under Neighbors. She was assistant, I believe, associate head coach and recruiting coordinator. And she has that exact same position at Alabama right now. Not to mention, I'm going to throw in a little NEA bias here. She's an NEA product. She graduated high school from Rivercrest High School over in Mississippi County, which is Rivercrest is about an hour's drive east from my house. Played her college ball at Southern Miss. I really like her. She was recruiting coordinator under Neighbors. So you think about some of the players that came in, they may have transferred out later, but you think about some of the players that she had and some of the relationships that she was able to build. I think she would be a solid hire. On my list, personally, I would have her at number 3 behind the other two that I mentioned. But I don't think just because she's my number 3 option, I don't want to give the impression that I would not be satisfied with that hire. I think that'd be a great hire. So that's my top 3.
Huh. I'm impressed. Let's go over to the Camp Productions live fan feedback before we go to break. Got to shout out a couple of people. And dadgummit, if she didn't do it, first up, my daughter. I made it. I'm here. About time. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, kiddo. Thank you for joining. And my mom comes in at number 2. Hi, Mom.
Hey, how about that?
Hi, Mom. And then, of course, royalty's in the house. Casey Sutton says, hi, guys. For those of you that don't know, Casey has kicked Cancer's tail not once, not twice, but 3 times. 3 times. So, yeah, she is ITHP royalty, has been with us the longest.
Yep.
And we got a new fan in our midst coming in from the YouTube channel, Maggie Ball. What's up, Maggie?
Welcome to the party, Maggie.
Welcome to the party. I'm sorry in advance for that. But appreciate everybody watching and listening tonight. We are going to go to break. On the other side of the break, I'm going to do it, MC. I'm going to do it, and it would be the one show Dylan shows up for.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Because I guarantee you, if I didn't put this in the lineup, then he wouldn't have shown. He'd be like, I gotta do, gotta wash, a car. And
I got dad stuff to do.
A personal touch. At Meeks Design, we can help you tell your story through your wardrobe. Your imagination on a hat, shirt, pullover, or nearly anything wearable. And while you're picking out some custom clothing, check out the one-of-a-kind handmade soaps from the Bobcat Soap Company. Find us on Facebook and let us create custom swag just for you at Meeks Design.
Hey, Hawg Fanatics. We at Inside The Hawg Pen are thrilled to announce that SeatGeek is now a sponsor. As brand ambassadors, we're excited to share SeatGeek as a ticket app that simplifies the ticket buying process for all your favorite events. They provide a 0 to 10 score for each ticket, with green indicating a good deal and red indicating a not so good deal. As a special offer, Hawg Fanatics can get $20 off their first ticket purchase by using the code Inside Hawg Pen. Check out our socials for the link, and remember to use the code Inside Hawg Pen.
It's time to step back inside the Hawg Pen to the Meeks Design Studios.
All right, welcome back to Inside the Hawg Pen.
Louder!
See, I knew he was going to do that. I knew he was going to do that. All right, D-Mad, get in here. Come on.
How about it?
All right, welcome back Inside the Hawg Pen. I brought Dylan in here because I will publicly admit, because I have learned, as it may come a shock to some people, I was wrong to a point.
Louder.
Stop it. Really?
Yes.
All right, y'all, let me have it.
So how do you like your? Do you like it deep fried or smoked?
I like it dead and deep fried.
Dead and deep fried in true southern gentleman fashion.
No free ads, but do you want some Wright's barbecue sauce on it?
Man, absolutely. Here's the thing, and let me defend my position for a moment, if I may. But yes, feel free to roast me because I was wrong. I asked for this, and I said it last week that if I was wrong, y'all could roast me. I'm a big boy. I can take it.
Yeah, hey, it takes a big man to admit when he's wrong.
Is that a fat joke?
No. No. From the bald guy? Are you kidding me?
No, okay, but again, you have to look at. I mean, when we talked about it last week, is look at the inconsistencies throughout the season.
Yeah.
Okay. Before we beat Kentucky, who did we play?
The only one. Well, you
Michigan.
had. Yeah. Let me rephrase your question for you. Who did we beat? Because we played Baylor, we played Illinois.
Well, my point
Michigan.
is you have a very terrible game, and then you have a very good game. Okay,
You're talking directly before.
Yeah, talking directly before.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Oklahoma.
Yeah. Oklahoma.
Horrible loss.
Exactly.
Horrible.
What did we do against Kentucky? We played up to our potential.
If they don't remember this, they got spanked. The big blue babies got spanked.
Yeah, but
Eddie came home that day.
Yeah,
Losers.
but still, okay.
Sorry.
Look at the Vanderbilt game. Who did we play right before?
Yeah.
South Carolina. Okay. Now, neither team, and I'm not going to beat a dead horse, but you have to look at the consistencies. Okay.
Yep. Up, down.
Up, down. I had to go with it.
Yeah. No, I get it. Well, and I went out on a limb with my prediction, and I was about 5.5 seconds away from it ringing true. And thankfully for you, it did not ring true, because I would have been as unbearable as a jaded Kentucky fan had I been right.
I wouldn't have shown up tonight. I'd have figured out something. I'm not coming on the show.
Which allow me one tangent comment.
Okay.
I never thought I would see the day when Kentucky fans got so obsessed that they took more joy in another team losing than their own Big Blue Nation winning.
What?
It's gonna be really funny when they get their tails whipped tonight too.
Oh, I would.
What time is it?
It's I think whoever's playing
they play Oklahoma
right now. Somebody started like right now.
Right,
So
look, I'm asking y'all, and I've got ESPN up right here, right.
They have like a tentative schedule at like 10:20ish. So it's gonna be late.
It's gonna be late.
So
yeah.
let's talk about this Arkansas game that happened at noon today.
Yep.
I don't know how.
I need another drink. Hang on.
Is that Kool-Aid?
Sure.
Okay, let me say this too. Let me add to my defense. I was never against Calipari.
Right.
It was the team I was against. I've always been a supporter because he coaches, and he was coaching his tail off. Arkansas beat themselves today. Ole Miss didn't beat us. Arkansas beat ourselves.
Yes, 100%.
The reason why, though, MC, and again, you're the basketball guru, so I'm going to defer to you with this. We only had 6 guys on the court. You didn't have Boogie Flan. You didn't have a Duthiero, and apparently
Z got hurt. Z got hurt yesterday.
Z got hurt yesterday, and apparently didn't, mentally wasn't even in the game because of the injury.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't even play in the second half until Jonas Adu picked up his 4th foul, and I have to eat a little crow in regards to Jonas Adu because I've been riding that dude pretty hard all season long but he's finally got healthy. I mean,
this is where I have to do this to Dylan again. And I swear
it's becoming a habit, man.
God, it's getting old.
It happened in base football season too.
Now, let me tell you
what's getting more old? Having to raise the one for Dylan or us losing to Ole Miss and everything?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
They're about the same. But no, he and I had a conversation off air about an hour or so ago.
Yeah.
And he made and calm your jets there, D. He made a very valid point. He said that this is, he was injured, and this is basically Adu coming back from that injury. He wasn't 100%. Now you're starting to see it,
right?
And see just how valid that injury was.
Absolutely, yeah. Because what would you say, D? Probably the last 3 games, he's been born again, basically.
I mean, as we all know, ankles are funny, and you can kind of get around a knee. Like, knees get bad, but if your ankle is bothering you,
fire there, brother.
Yeah. If you get ankle surgery, I mean, there's so much going on in your ankle. There's so many bones in your foot that are it takes the littlest thing to tweak it. And so you never really know exactly when light's going to go on. But if you can't use your power, because all he did today and yesterday was back to the basket stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff we've been asking for all season
long.
Yeah.
And something that, just not disrespecting him, but Z just can't do back to the basket. He did it a little bit against Vanderbilt, but their tallest guy was 6'7". So, I mean, when it comes to this team, I feel like there's been a whole lot of just get us to about 4 minutes left in the game. Keep it close to about 4 minutes, and then Cal will take over when it comes to coaching.
I would agree with that. Yeah,
it doesn't need to be like that. That's the thing. No. It doesn't need to be like that. I want to go to the Camp Productions live fan feedback. Carolyn Williams is lighting it up tonight. But before we get to her comments, got to shout out a couple of our other fans. One of the OGs of ITHP 2.0, Chris Shaw says, "Hey boys, how you been? Where you been, dude?
Yeah, where you been, man?"
Well, judging by his profile pic on Facebook, he's into hockey now.
Yeah.
He says shots weren't dropping. And he says, Big C didn't get hurt. His pride got annihilated. And then our boy Trevor Kaiser's and he says, I'm a little late, but I'm here. Woo Pig, so we got a lot of work to do. Let's dance, boys. And then my daughter, and this is how you know she's my kid. Are you sure you want me to roast you more than I already do? I know.
It's not just you.
I know. But she says if we lose this weekend on the diamond, we need to burn Oxford down.
Look,
I take a chicken.
We lose in Oxford this weekend. I don't know if MC is going to be able to survive.
We got to take 2 of 3. Yeah, and it just happened to. I had some conflicts come up because originally I was going to be down there this weekend.
Oh, really?
And originally I had planned to go down, and we had some stuff go on. We had some unexpected expenses, and it just kind of blew the entertainment budget. So we're gonna watch from the house this weekend. And after what happened today, if we went down there and lost.
Have y'all looked at the stats from that Ole Miss game today?
No, I'm too afraid.
They are exactly the same. Field goal percentage for Arkansas was 46.4%. For Ole Miss, it was 46.9%.
Yep.
3-point percentage, 32% for Arkansas, 33% for Ole Miss.
There's two stats that you're going to read off that tell the story of this game and why we lost.
Which ones?
Free throw percentage.
65% for Arkansas, 75% for Ole Miss.
And turnovers.
Total turnovers, 15-11 in favor of Ole Miss because points off turnovers, 17 points off turnovers for Arkansas, 14 for Ole Miss.
Yeah. And I believe Ole Miss, last count I had, they had 9 steals. So that leaves 6 unforced turnovers, which honestly, that's too many on the unforced. And that's like the times that Nelly or Billy or whoever just bounces the ball off their foot and it goes out of bounds. You want to try to keep those to no more than 2, maybe 3 at the most. You get above 3 on the unforced turnovers and you're being sloppy. The free throws, we lost by 3 points at the buzzer. We missed 11 free throws in the second half.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. If anybody tries to blame TB for this, I will run through a screen and punch somebody in the face.
No, easy.
If you look beyond the surface, TB is a 58% free throw shooter. That means the majority of the time you're going to get 1 of 2. He missed 2. Okay, fine. He missed 2. That leaves 9 other free throws in the second half alone from guys with a better percentage than him that missed their free throws. I'm old school. I harp on free throws and turnovers. And once again, when you have 15 turnovers and you miss 11 free throws in a game, chances are you're going to lose more times than you're going to win with those 2 stats alone. It doesn't matter if you shoot 65, 75% from the field. You have 15 turnovers and you miss 11 free throws, that's going to get you.
Also, did y'all catch the announcer jinx during the South Carolina game?
Oh, my God. Don't even.
Oh, yeah. Arkansas's 11 of 11 from the free throw line today. Doink. Yeah. I believe in the announcer jinx, man. And this is coming from a guy that announces ball games because I have invoked the announcer jinx before just to see if I could do it, and it worked.
That's like talking about a pitcher throwing a perfect game. You don't say that.
Yeah.
Let me ask you guys this though, and again, I will say that I was wrong. Arkansas did get into the tournament. Will be in the tournament. Look. Let me put a disclaimer out there. I'm more right during football than I am any other time of the year. All right. This year, notwithstanding. Shut up, Dylan.
I'm wearing my Bobby Petrino jersey just for a reason.
I noticed the jagged sleeves. I thought that was
He pulled it out of storage. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and say this. Arkansas is not in a playing game. I don't think they are either. No, I think they've done enough. They're in. They're a lock.
Yep, I agree.
I've got them somewhere between the 9 and 12 range. I don't think they're going to be as low as 12. I think they're going to be between that 10 and 11.
Yep.
I would put. I don't want us to be an 8 seed or a 9 seed because you're gonna end up playing the top seed in that region the very next round.
You're gonna play Auburn. Well, you know that could actually be a good thing with Cooper Flag going down.
Yeah,
I don't think
it could be a good thing if we're 8-9 and we manage to win that game. But that first game is going to be tough if we're on the 8-9 game too.
Well, it's also my bad, D.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
No, you're good, dude. My internet's messed up.
So I was just going to say, like that 8-9 game, you're playing someone that's literally at the same level that you are. Yep. It'd be like playing Ole Miss again, and then you go and play a Duke, Alabama, Auburn. I almost forgot them. You would play Kentucky. Oh wait, they're not a 1 seed anymore, are they?
Yeah, they're not. They haven't been a 1 seed since Cal left.
Who was their coach?
Yeah, exactly. I'll say this. Here's where I've got Arkansas. I don't think we make the 8-9 line unless all of the rest of the conference tournaments are just straight chalk, and you end up 1 versus 2 in every final. You're not going to get that. Somebody is going to upset somebody. That's the beauty of these conference tournaments. I have Arkansas anywhere from a 10, 11, or a 12 seed. But if they are an 11, they're going to be one of the 11s that is not with the play-in. They're going to get, last 4 buys, I think is the terminology that Joe Lenardi and the bracketologists use. I think they have a buy out of that play-in round. 10, 11, 12 to me looks a lot better than an 8 or a 9 because you avoid having to play that top seed. If you're a 12, that means you play the 5. So you would go 5, 4, and then 1. You'd have to get to the Sweet 16 before you face the number 1 seed. And I'm going to say it right now. I don't think we make the Sweet 16. I don't think we can do it with 6.5, 7 players. I don't see it. I want to win the first round. I want to win the first round game, if for no other reason than to shut up the psycho ex-girlfriends.
That's not going to stop them. I'm going to tell you that. That's not going to stop them.
But it's going to be something else to rub in their face besides the fact that they're still holding one of these.
Oh yeah,
from when Daddy came home to Rupp.
So, but it's one of those two that I would take. And again, if I got to come back on this dang show next week. I don't know I think I might sit out till football. But my NIL obligations aren't being met. I'm going to sit out till football. No, but all things considered, even if we get bounced in the first round, okay, it's still, look, I'll be honest with you. As somebody who's been very critical of this team, that's still a win and very successful season because look at how it started. You're 0-5, but you get it to the tournament.
Well, then not only that, but your 2 best players go down to injury,
and you still make the tournament.
I just want to put my finger up because I remember last year, whenever Cal got hired, I made a prediction, as one does. I said the Arkansas team's going to win anywhere between 20 to 25 games.
I was hoping you didn't remember that. God,
20 to 25 games, and I said a second round exit. I don't think they're going to make the Sweet 16. But I could see them making the second round.
I will say this: if this team is somehow able to make the Sweet 16, this has to be considered as one of Cal's best coaching jobs in a single season in his career.
Real quick, because we're up against a break.
Yeah,
I have to give you a programming note. The guys and I've talked about it. There will be the show is not going to be on Thursday. There's going to be too much basketball going on Thursday night. So we're moving it for one week only, moving it to Wednesday night. So Wednesday night, 7 p.m. and it's only for next week because of the NCAA tournament.
From Las Vegas.
Unless Arkansas happens to make the Sweet 16.
Unless.
Live from Casino in Las Vegas. You got D-Mad.
If we make the Sweet 16, that's it. I'm sitting out till football because you are
listen to this.
Insufferable.
To quote Hans and Franz from Saturday Night Live, listen to me now and hear me later. If Arkansas makes the Sweet 16 and you are a Kentucky fan on Twitter, consider yourself targeted, my boy.
Bye-bye.
Because
just go
your
ahead
boy here is going to unleash hell.
D-Mad, we're going to do something a little bit different just before we go to break. We're going to give MC the floor because Razorback Nation lost a legend this week to that dang C word. And, man, it sucks. But Razorback Nation lost Arkansas legend Oliver Miller, part of that 1990 Final Four team.
Yep.
So, as we go to break, we're going to let MC kind of get us out of here. MC, my man, the floor is yours.
All right. Well, I want to try to do this and not get emotional about it because this one hit hard, man. This one was a piece of my childhood. I'm going to put this up in front of the camera. So what I'm holding up is a basketball card from Oliver Miller's rookie year that I was fortunate enough to get autographed by Big O himself. I believe I got the autograph back in 2021. There was an event here in Jonesboro, and I was able to meet him, Todd Day, Lee Mayberry, pretty much everybody that was on the 1990 team, plus a few of the 1994 members. But Big O, the impact that he had, not just on the program, but on fans like me, he was one of the people on the team that hooked me into Razorback basketball. The OG 40 Minutes of Hell, the 1990 team. He was in that recruiting class with Todd Day and Lee Mayberry. It was Mayday and Big O. And that's what hooked me. To this day, I don't know that there's been a big man in college basketball with better hands than what Big O had. And I would put his outlet pass up against anybody at any level of basketball. I've never seen anybody that could pull the ball directly out of the net, take 1 foot, step out of bounds, pick his other foot up, so technically he's out of bounds, and deliver a pass that was so on point that you would have thought it was thrown by somebody like Tom Brady or Joe Montana. I mean, he would put that outlet pass on point every time. And it was a beautiful thing to watch. I remember the matchups he had with Shaq. There was one in particular in Barnhill at the end of the 92 season, and he blocked a potential game winner by Shaq that sent the game to overtime. Arkansas ends up winning, pulling away in overtime, winning by double digits. But because Big O blocked Shaq's shot at the end of regulation is what sent the game to overtime and gave Arkansas, a better chance to win. Cancer affects everybody. Everybody, myself included, we all have somebody that we love and that we care for that has been affected by cancer. And it just sucks to see a Razorback legend go out this way. Rest in peace, Big O. 25 is going to live as a Razorback legend forever. You've got the best seat in the house now, man. So enjoy it. And just know that any family members and teammates of Big O, man, hey, you got a lot of Razorback Nation out here throwing prayers up for you. So I'm going to put this up on the screen, and then we're going to go to break after this. But one last time for Big O, I'm going to turn my camera off, and let's give Big O full screen here, and then we'll step aside for a break.
Meeks Design is your one-stop shop for custom clothing with a personal touch. At Meeks Design, we can help you tell your story through your wardrobe. Your imagination on a hat, shirt, pullover, or nearly anything wearable. And while you're picking out some custom clothing, check out the one-of-a-kind handmade soaps from the Bobcat Soap Company. Find us on Facebook and let us create custom swag just for you at Meeks Design.
Hey, Hawg Fanatics. We at Inside The Hawg Pen are thrilled to announce that SeatGeek is now a sponsor. As brand ambassadors, we're excited to share SeatGeek as a ticket app that simplifies the ticket buying process for all your favorite events. They provide a 0 to 10 score for each ticket, with green indicating a good deal and red indicating a not so good deal. As a special offer, Hawg Fanatics can get $20 off their first ticket purchase by using the code Inside Hawg Pen. Check out our socials for the link, and remember to use the code Inside Hawg Pen.
It's time to step back inside the Hawg Pen to the Meeks Design Studios.
Welcome back to Inside the Hawg Pen. All right, so before we get into baseball and spring football, sorry, I gotta make one big special announcement. My daughter and her band at Bigelow High School qualified for state. I don't know, Chloe, if I'm not saying this right, you might want to correct me. But she has made her and her band have made state. I think it was this past week. So congratulations to them.
Absolutely. Remind me where your daughter goes to school.
Bigelow High School.
Bigelow. Okay.
And I just said the word high school and daughter. Oh God, I'm getting old.
Wait till you put the word college freshman in front of daughter.
Don't do that to me, MC.
Getting old?
Don't do. Look, man, you're just starting out. Come see me in about 16 years.
Yeah.
Come see me in about 16 years. Real quick, before we get to baseball, Carolyn Williams says Joe Lenardi, that is, just updated his bracketology and has us as a 10 seed facing Louisville.
Okay. I have, you know me and my conspiracy theories. Okay. Tighten your tin foil, folks.
Where's it at?
We are going to be the 7-10 game playing Louisville in Rupp Arena. Hide and watch. Tell me the NCAA committee is not going to send Calipari to play his first round game at Rupp Arena when he's had so much trouble the last few years getting out of the first round.
Kentucky
and to play
fans,
Louisville. I mean, Kentucky fans are going to melt. Who are they going to root for in that game?
Their brains are going to explode.
Their brain. What if they have brains because they're Kentucky fans? So it's questionable at best if they even have brains. But if they have brains, what's up with this? Melt.
Clip it.
This is the clip. So for those of you that are wondering why we're screaming this, we've started. We're rolling around. We're about to unveil our TikTok channel. And I think we just found our first clip.
Found a clip.
29
right
minutes
there.
Writing it down.
That
you know what?
right there.
If we're gonna do it, let's do it right and tag Kentucky Sports Radio in it.
And this is why we love you, buddy. This is why we love you, buddy. All right, so let's get to baseball. And like we said earlier, baseball starts SEC play in Oxford tomorrow. Yep. And I think there's been a pitching change. I
was going to say Carolyn pointed this out. I was going to mention it, but I'm glad she brought it up.
Carolyn said that DVH moved Root to Friday, which I think was a great switch.
I do too.
Only because Gackle he can't find control of his fastball yet. I don't understand what I being a pitcher.
His problem's right here.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a mental game.
Yep,
it's a mental game. But
he's in his own head right now.
And now. The 15-1 start overall, the 15-1 start, best start since 2006 for Arkansas baseball. So we got something special brewing inside of Baum Walker. But MC, dude, I don't know who you're going to root for this weekend.
Oh, come on now. So here's the thing. I'm not a big Mike Bianco fan. So this one's easy. I like Chris Beard. I like Lane Kiffin. This one's easy.
Yeah. So they've got to get off to a good start because the schedule doesn't get any easier.
No, now that we're into SEC play, there will be no more easy games. Ooh. Everything will be a knockdown, drag out, backstreet fight the rest of the way.
Listen, we've gotten used to these run rule games. They ain't happening now. We ain't happening now. Now, next Saturday, for those of you that are wondering, Saturday, March 22nd, 2025, mark your calendars. Razorback Zach's going home to the Hawg Pen at Bud Walton, Bud Walton. Well, hey, I'll be up there anywhere. I don't care. I will spread. Look, but I will be inside of Baum Walker in the Hawg Pen, cheering the Hogs. So if you see me, come say hi. I don't do autographs. This is the NIL. All right, I'll do one or two. It's fine. I'll do one or two. But no. Next Saturday, I will be there, and even DMAT will be in attendance with me.
Wow.
DMAT will be in attendance. If he clears it through the boss, I think I just got him in trouble.
TSA also has to clear me too, so that's.
Oh yeah, that's true too. That's true too. You are going to be coming back from Vegas, so they might want to take a closer look at you.
This is true. This is a big series this weekend.
It is, and it's going to set the precedent. And in my opinion, starting SEC play not only with Ole Miss but on the road, will set the precedent for the rest of the season. Now,
you got to go down. We got to have 2 of 3 this weekend.
Again, folks, listen to me now. Baseball's different. They don't look. And I'm about to get blown away by Dylan here. They don't look at single game losses. They look at series, 3-game series, 2 and 3 game series. Okay, well, not 2 game, but 3-game series. All right.
But Zach, Ole Miss lost their midweek game this week.
Well, their season's over anyway, so I don't care about them. That's a tagline for us, as I say, season's over. But it's reverse psychology, and it didn't obviously work today. But still,
it almost worked.
It almost.
There's that word again. Almost.
Almost. There's always next year. All right, so here we go with spring football as we're wrapping up here. And sorry, I got to keep from laughing because this is a joke. A lot of teams, this may be the final spring game that Arkansas plays. If you guys aren't paying attention, there's a lot of people that are moving away from the spring game. Mm-hmm. I think Nebraska did it. Who else did it that I'm missing?
Texas did away with theirs. I think I saw somewhere, I could be wrong here, but I think I saw where Alabama's not having one either.
MC's favorite team, Ole Miss, as well as canceled.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. Lane told me that the other night in a text, and I just forgot.
This is a family show. This is a family show.
I mean, if y'all are going to accuse me, I'm gonna lean into it.
I mean, never mind. At this point, though, year 5, mediocre. Does anybody care?
I mean, honestly, no. And I used to love spring football. I mean, we would go to the spring game.
Oh yeah.
I commend Pittman for keeping the spring game in with the hot thing to do right now being to cancel your spring game. I do tip my hat to him because there are families in this state that's the only time they get to go is to the spring game. So I do, I've been a very big critic. I'll give the man credit.
I just my whole thing is number one, you don't learn anything from spring ball.
No, I mean it's a showcase for the fans.
Glorified. Can't even talk.
It is a showcase for the fans. It is a way, and the reason people are canceling their spring games is because everything is televised now, whether it's streaming or traditional TV. And so other schools are using the spring game as a way to tamper with talent that they want to try to get to enter the portal, because there's another portal window that's going to start right here, right after the spring games for everybody. So that's why they're starting to cancel them all.
I don't know if y'all remember this, but it was a big part of my childhood. Every year they had Razor Fest attached.
Yes.
To the spring game.
I remember Razor Fest.
They had Fan Day. They had Fan Day that was attached.
That was something that was big for my childhood,
Yeah.
And that's something that helped groom me into the Hawg fan I am today.
Yeah.
But.
I mean, I know kids, little kids are excited about it. But the thing is, you number one, the times have changed.
Yeah.
The other big news coming out of Arkansas is apparently we finally caught up to 2025 in the 21st century.
Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about the GM thing. Yeah,
which we'll do a pod on all that and all the changes and everything very, very soon. But we're going to go ahead and wrap this bad boy up. And do not forget, tomorrow 10 a.m. 101.1 FM The Answer. Ethan Westerman of Hog Sports Network joins the show. And going to talk a little bit more about basketball. I'm going to eat a little bit more crow.
There's a rude comment. There's a rude comment, like right here.
Wow.
That's rude.
Ariana out here looking like Brent Iredale and just put that one over the Hawg Pen. Wow.
I could do something mean myself.
No, I would
advise the mother of my child.
Yes.
So I'm going to be nice.
Louder.
As a married man with 3 kids, I would advise you against it.
And I'm not going to say anything about anything. I'm going to back out.
Hey, look, man. Compared to you, my childhood was a freaking Stone Age, and we're not going to talk.
You boys hold my beer. If we want to talk about Stone Age,
me and Monte Harrison went to Fan Day. Okay, that's all I got to say.
So with that being said, for Marcus MC Carlton from the NEA Hawg Pen, from DMAD, who's just down the street here in the Central Arkansas Hawg Pen, I'm Razor Zach. You've been listening to an all-new episode of Inside the Hawg Pen. Until next time, which is tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. So long, everybody.
Thanks for watching this episode of Inside the Hawg Pen. Listen anytime on your favorite podcast provider, and be sure to follow us on all our social network channels.